It's time, ladies and gentlemen, to reveal the cyclocross race bike of 2024-25 season, and we have the new GIANT TCX. It's sort of new bike day. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I've had it a couple of months, but we're calling this new bike day because I haven't got round to doing it. But we have the GIANT TCX, and full disclosure, I am supported by GIANT UK. So the frame, forks, seat post, I didn't pay for. It is provided to me for the race season. I get 2 frames, 2 forks. All of the components I obviously got off my old bike. So before I was supported by GIANT, I did ride a GIANT TCX last season, and we've now got the upgraded model. So for this year, it is the GIANT TCX Pro 2 frame, and to actually get this frame you have to buy the complete bike, but I was lucky enough to be able to get this frame. It's exactly the same as the Pro 1 frame, but a different colourway. You basically get different components on each one. So the Pro 1 you'll get probably electronic shifting, but the Pro 2 you'll get mechanical shifting, stuff like that, some slightly different wheels. At the moment I have got this set up for gravel riding with gravel wheels on, etc. But actually, in terms of from my last year's frame to this year's frame, nothing has changed geometry wise. It is just a different colourway. But you can completely understand that, because when a company nails a frame and you've got a top cyclocross frame, there's not really much adjusting you can do. Like, there's not a huge amount of scope in cyclocross bikes. They are what they are. GIANT have nailed it for years now. Everyone loves the TCX, and the first one I had I paid for, and it was my dream bike. I absolutely love that. I've still got the frame set, and I'm in an R on whether to sell it or keep it. But in terms of the components we've got on the bike, as I said, at the moment we are running the gravel setup. I've got carbon wheels from Forth, and I've got Victoria Torino dries. They're like 38s. The setup I'm going to have this year, I've got mud tyres. If you've watched my channel for a while, you will know that I raced muds year round. This year's going to be slightly different. So I've got my tubular muds, the Challenge limus, but I've also got 2 sets of tubeless wheels this year from Forth. So I've got Dugast, what are these called? They're slick ones. I don't even know what they're called, but they are basically Dugast slick tyres, and they're tubeless with an insert, and also the Victorias are tubeless with an insert. So when it is like sort of that condition where I need the inter tyre, I will be able to change them this year, and then just keep the tubulars for strictly mud races, so I can run lower pressures. And also I don't really want the admin of having to, well, Del Boy, the old man, is going to have to change the tyres if I get a flat on the tubulars, all the glue and stuff like that. With these I'm running the inserts, so technically you can run the pressures a little bit lower, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep them or not. I'm not like 100% sure on the feel of them, but it's the Victoria inserts. They're 33s, and in the past I've struggled to get tyres that actually blow up 33, but these do, so absolutely wicked tyres. And we've got some of the inters and muds as well to try out when it's a bit muddier. But in terms of the other components on the bike, a lot of it is exactly the same as what I was running last year, because I've switched it over. Exactly the same Syncross saddle that I had on there. I'm still running the Sram Force stuff, so I've got a 1033 cassette on the back with Sram Force, the rear derailleur that is electronic, and then I'm also running the Quark power meter up front. This year I've got a Quark power meter on both. I know some people don't like the power meters when they're racing cross. I don't look at it. I use it for training though, to see numbers and stuff. But it helps having that overlay on the screen, being able to put down power for something to talk about in like my commentary videos. So make sure you like and subscribe to follow those race videos that will be coming up this year. And also, because I'm in the kitchen filming this, and when the wife finds out, I'm toast. So like and subscribe. But yeah, we've got the Quark power meter on the front, and it's a 40 tooth chainring. I think the crank length's 172.5, not 100% sure. And then we've got XTR Shimano pedals on there. At the moment I do have a bottle cage on. That is going to come off when we start racing, but I've been using it for training as well. And a big thing for me, these bikes come with chain catchers. Bloody godsend, because you boys had problems in the past with chains coming off and stuff when it gets super muddy. So any bike that comes with a chain catcher is a bloody win in my eyes. But I absolutely love the Sram setup. Like, I know it's expensive having electronic gears and you've got the risk of things going wrong and not being able to repair them if it's like an electronic malfunction, but I haven't had any problems, touch wood, we keep that way. But the shifting just feels incredible, and especially when you're nailing it off the line trying to be the whole shot king like I normally do, when you want a gear, this gives you the gear. It is literally like tick, instant, straight in. On the hoods, obviously Sram Force shifters, and we've got Sram Force brakes as well. But the build itself, I'm not 100% sure, I'm probably not in shot here, but is super light, which is nice because your boy's carrying a bit of that dad bod at the moment, so we need it lighter. The bar tape, we have gone bougie. People are going to love it, people are going to hate it, but I wanted something to stand out. Obviously being, I'm going to have to put my head through here. Obviously, I've actually got this up, back around the other side. Obviously being a Giant ambassador, I want people to know what brand it is, but at the moment you can see you can't read the colourway is like a greeny, sparkling green, and the Giant is sort of blends into it a little bit, but I want it to, like, the bike to pop and people to look at it, because I've got to make content, etc., pictures for Instagram. So what I've done, I've matched the top of the frame's got a silver section, and I've matched the bar tape to that. It is bougie, I know, but I absolutely love it and I think it looks wicked. So I'm super pleased with that. I do have some other adjustments to make on my other one. The stem that comes with it as standard from Giant is like way too upright for me. I like an aggressive position for when I'm racing. My legs are absolutely hanging out down here. I like an aggressive position because I'm only racing for an hour and I need to be absolutely on it for that hour. The frame is full carbon, and also you can have a double bottle cage if you want. I know some of the previous models of TCXs, I think in the past someone said to me they only had one place to mount bottles. I use this bike on the road as well for training, as well as racing cross, and I absolutely love it. It fits perfectly for me. That's the main thing with anyone getting a bike, you've got to find one that fits. And yeah, you can mount two bottles if you were going to use this as like, you could use this as like a cross hybrid bike. I've got it set up for gravel, you can have road, you can have it as your CX bike if you've got the wheels to switch out. I know a lot of people like doing that now. And that is what I've been doing it for, gravel, road on these wheels, and then when I need to go and race I can put on something a little bit slicker for cross. And it's absolutely class, that, and it feels comfortable on the road. I don't run out of gears on that, but I have quite a high cadence. I imagine if you're an absolute monster, like these legs do not create enough power to run out of gears, but that is really nice, and I'm super lucky to obviously have this bike from Giant, and obviously Del Boy 4 Flights helped me out with the components, wheels and stuff, etc. But I'm really excited to get the race season underway on this absolute machine. Hopefully this dad bod's got some legs still, and comment down below what you think of it. Do you like the bar tape? Do you hate the bar tape? I imagine most people are going to hate it, but I wanted something a bit outrageous. The bike feels mega, can't complain about that at all. It is a race machine, there is no two ways about it. I hope you've enjoyed this little video on the new whip, and I'll catch you in the next one.